What's up, everybody? It's your boy again, Curly Tlapoyawa, the hardcore archaeologist, and we're here with another episode of Café con Nawatl. So, I've got my café right here. Kids, close your eyes. This is a coffee mug that my oldest daughter bought for me, so thank you very much. And today I wanted to talk about a word that somebody brought up in the comments to the last video I did. Somebody had mentioned the word molcajete, so I went and grabbed mine. This is a molcajete. If you've never seen one before, this is what they look like. Although if you've ever eaten Mexican food ever in your life, you should know what one of these is. And we're going to go into what that word means and how it's used. But first, I thought it would be helpful to talk about Nawatl grammar. That is how words are made. Nawatl is an agglutinative language, meaning that small words are combined with other words to create these much larger words. If you've ever seen Nawatl written down, you've probably noticed that some of the words are really, really long. And the way that that is accomplished is through the use of stems and prefixes and suffixes. So, I'm going to go into how to make long words in the Nawatl language. And most nouns are going to end in one of four suffixes. There's TL, TLI, LI, and IN. So when you see a word in Nawatl ending with any of those, you're looking at a noun. And the way that the larger words are built, so for example, TLI, you'll have a word like Tochtli, which means rabbit. TL, you'll have a word like Mazatl, which means deer. LI, you'll have a word like Kalli or Kalle, depending on your accent. Kalli means house. And IN, you could have a word like Michin, which means fish. So TLI, TL, LI, and IN. Those are the endings of the nouns. And the way we build larger words is we'll take those nouns and we'll cut off those suffixes and we'll just slap another word onto it. For example, going back to that word Mazatl. So Mazatl means deer, and you'll have another word like Tlan, which means the place where there is an abundance of something. So if you see a word end in Tlan, it means this is the land of an abundance of the following thing. So you get Mazatl, you cut off that TL ending, and you slap Tlan onto the end of it, and you wind up with Mazatlan, which would be the land where there is an abundance of deer. Or you could get a word like Kalli, which means house, and Pule, which means large or extended. And you take that Kalli, you cut off the LI from the end, and you add Pule to the end of it. And you wind up with Kalpule, which means large or extended house or community is basically what it means. A Kalpule is a community, and you could see how those two words are combined to create that larger word. Another word that I think is pretty cool to look at is if you take acatl, which is a reed or a cane, pule, which we just talked about, it means long or extended, and ko, which would mean in the place of something. So when you see ko or tlan at the end of a word, these are place names. So you get acat, you cut off that TL, then you add pule, then you cut off the LI, and then you add ko, and you wind up with Acapulco, which is the place of the long or extended reeds or cane. So this will help you understand how words are formed and give you an idea of the place names in Mexico. If you've ever looked at a map, it'll give you an idea of how to break down these words and the meaning behind these words. So, got that out of the way. We're going to go back to the molcajete. So a molcajete is a combination of two words. Mole, which means sauce. If you've ever eaten mole before, that's where it comes from. It's a Nawatl word meaning sauce. And kashit, which is a bowl. So once again, you take mole, you chop off the li at the end, and you add kashit to the end of it, and you wind up with molcajete, which literally means a bowl for sauce, or a sauce bowl. And kashit was one of those words that the Spaniards couldn't really pronounce correctly. So kashit became cajete, and cajete means bowl. So you get molcajete, and that's this right here, a bowl where sauce is made. Another really cool word that I'll touch on briefly is aguacate, which is an avocado or an aguacate in Mexican Spanish. It comes from Nawatl. And once again, mole, which is sauce. So you get aguacate, you chop off the TL at the end, and you throw mole on to the end of it, and you wind up with aguacamole, which is where the word guacamole comes from, which means avocado sauce or mashed up avocados. So there you go. That's a brief introduction to Nawatl grammar. And this right here, the molcajete, which is a bowl for making sauce. And I hope you guys enjoyed this. I'll be back again with another video. This has been Café con Nawatl. Tlasokamati Welmiak. Thank you very much.